Layla tracked Quinn and his friends. She watched their encounter with Mono. She was impressed by how much attention Quinn managed to attract in a single day. She did wonder why Quinn's punch had been so weak and slow. The punch looked nothing like what she'd seen the night before. Was he hiding his real strength even in a dangerous situation? Layla didn't think so. However, she couldn't think of another explanation. After Vorden had stormed off, Peter and Quinn headed back to class for their next lesson. Before they got back to their first-year building, they came upon a group of first-year students standing in front of the staircase. One of the boys looked on the brink of a panic attack.
What can we do? Dan asked for 50 credits by the end of this week.
The boys' wristwatches showed numbers ranging from 2 to 2.5. Another boy looked just as distraught.
I don't know. Not like we can resist him. He's picking on us just because we're weaker than him.
Credits were this city's currency. Credits could be spent on everything, from restaurants to vending machines. The military school provided its students with 3 meals per day, so they wouldn't starve. Each student also received a daily allowance of 10 credits, which was automatically sent to their wristwatch. Students earned more credits from rewards, usually by performing well on missions or school activities. Of course, there were less official means to get credits as well. One of the boys noticed Peter and Quinn. Something sparked behind his eyes as he got an idea.
Wait, stop right there, you two.
Peter stopped walking, but Quinn kept going. Another member of the group stood in front of Quinn.
Hey, didn't you hear him? He told you to stop.
The boy pushed Quinn back to stand with Peter. Quinn had hoped they would be safe for long enough that he could get out of the sunlight. If he had managed to get inside the building, he might have stood a fighting chance. The first boy grinned at Quinn and Peter.
I just solved our credit problem. Lucky us to meet some of the few level 1s in this school. Hand over 10 credits each and we'll let you head inside.
Peter looked just about ready to cry.
But that's all the credits we have.
Another member of the group looked guilty.
Look, we don't want to do this, but if we don't, we'll get a beating instead. So if you're unhappy, complain to the guy who made me do this. Hand over the credits, now.
Peter looked at Quinn with some slight hope in his eyes. Peter thought his friend might be able to stand up to these bullies like he did with Kyle. Unfortunately, Quinn knew better than to try to fight this group, especially in the sunlight. Quinn was unsure if he could beat this group even at full strength. They were level 2s, after all. If Quinn tried to fight them, he would get a beating. If he could avoid that by paying them off, he would. Quinn received a new notification.
An enemy ability user has been detected. You have received a new quest. Second fight. Defeat the student known as Riley. Reward, 50 XP. A power level difference of 1 has been detected. Additional XP will be rewarded.
Quinn grinned. Fighting these bullies suddenly became interesting to him. Quinn really wanted the XP that a fight would bring. Still, Quinn didn't let his greed win him over. Currently, there were 3 level 2 ability users in front of him, but the system had only asked him to defeat one of them. Quinn needed to get inside so he could use his inspect skill and find out which one was named Riley. Using it outside, it would only appear as a blur. Quinn decided to hand over the 10 credits for the time being. He placed his watch against one of the boys' watches. Credits were transferred over. Peter did the same. The bullies stood aside, letting the 2 of them enter the building. One of the bullies patted the back of the one who came up with the extortion idea.
That was a great idea, man. We should stay here until another level 1 comes around. Oh, come on.
Quinn thought the trio would enter the building after they took his money. Now the bullies planned to stay outside, waiting for more victims. Quinn stood by the entrance of the building, getting ready to try one last thing. One of the bullies noticed him.
Oi! What are you looking at me like that? Scram, unless you want an ass kicking.
Quinn clenched his fist, raising it in the air.
Riley!
Unfortunately, all three boys turned their heads to look at him. None of them said anything else.
Damn it. Why do they have to do everything together? They really are a pack of hyenas. That's fine. I'll figure out who Riley is if it's the last thing I do.
Quinn slid his finger across his throat, looking at all three of the bullies.
If you pull this sort of thing on me again, Riley, you're dead.
The boy who originally thought up the idea to extort Quinn got pink in the face. His cheeks matched his red hair, making him look cartoonish.
What the hell did you say to me, you little punk? Have you completely lost your mind?
Riley moved toward Quinn, ready to punch him out.
Run!
Quinn shouted towards Peter. The two of them ran as fast as they could. Peter's breath came out wheezing.
What did you do that for?
Quinn laughed, thinking of the XP he'd get if he took down Riley.
I felt bad just giving them the credits, so I wanted to at least annoy them as a little payback.
Peter liked that his new friend didn't seem to take crap from people, even when they were stronger than him. However, Peter did think Quinn had a screw loose. Quinn opened up his quest menu before entering their next class. To his delight, he discovered that although he was away from Riley, the quest remained active. This meant he could get the XP at any time, as long as he defeated Riley. He now knew who Riley was. All he needed was the right opportunity. Quinn thought of the red-faced boy he had just met. A grin crept on Quinn's lips.
You're going to help me level up.
Subscribe now and start watching free episodes of the #1 fantasy show in this YouTube playlist. For the full story, click the link in the description, download the Pocket FM app, and watch all episodes of My Vampire System.